Hello. I have no idea what I'm doing anymore. Life. Anyway, let's get to it. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Pixi again, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Pixi. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever you're happy doing when you're watching this. Hope you're doing it fabulously, safely, and taking care of yourself and your loved ones. And tonight we're gonna blah blah blah. I have words of promise. Awkward video, yay! Not sorry. If you're new here, welcome. Everything I do is awkward. I can't help it. It's what I do. It just comes naturally. I don't even have to try. It's just I'm awkward. Anyway. Tonight, we're going to do a get ready with me, and then we're going to talk about what's been going on in my life. I know I've been spacing out the videos again, except for the Tuesday lives, but it's really hard to get back on track because so much has happened. So we're just going to catch up in case you have missed any of this. One, I didn't talk about a lot of it on social media because I just wanted to get through it. And then two, we're also going to talk about other things that have to do with where I've been. So cheers, get your drink. This might be a lengthy one, but grab your tea, your coffee, whatever it is that you have. I'll wait while you pause it. And tonight's makeup look is part of like Vlogoween. I don't know how often I'm going to do Halloween costumey type videos. I'm going to do as many as I can this month without wanting to like over stress myself. But I'm going to do a Cheshire inspired look. I have the Swap Your Bow from Disney. They don't make these anymore, but I may do a giveaway because I have two of these bows, but this is the Swap Your Bow. For a while, Disney was coming out with these individual bows on their little alligator clips, and they're all themed. And then you would buy this set of ears that came with this bow. So I was obsessed. They discontinued them, so I went on like eBay and found every single one of them. I will leave a card up above somewhere of my Disney bow collection or Disney ear or both, because they're technically 4 ears, but sometimes I could just wear it on the back of my head. So anyways, I'm going to sneeze. But tonight, I decided I'm going to do the Cheshire bow. So lots of purples, lots of fun. Let's do this. I already put my face on. And I might do an outfit afterwards. I don't know. So I used this perfect BB cream from AOA, aka Shop Miss A. This is their brand. I love this BB cream for daily use. I did a little bit of white mixed into it to highlight like my nose and my cheekbones. By the way, I am not a makeup professional. I put things on my face because they're pretty. And I also used the Satin Foundation by Shop Miss A in Porcelain number 301. This one is Fair 025. So if you like these, Shop Miss A, not sponsored, everything's $1. Go check them out. And the white is the Manic Panic Dream Tone white cream. I don't know if they make this anymore, but I will let you know down below if I can find a link to it. So let's get into it. I did not do any highlighter or contour or whatever yet, and we are going to go in with this palette while I talk. This is the Color Fusion by Beauty Glazed. It says mine on top in tape because this is part of a giveaway when I get to 700 subscribers. And this is the gorgeous palette. The payoff is great. Lots of mattes and some shimmers. And of course it's rainbowy. We love rainbow on this channel. I try cheap rainbow palettes, so you don't have to. And they're not tested on animals. It doesn't have the certified bunny, but it just says not tested on animals. And this has a 24-month shelf life, or shelf life. Yeah, again, words. So we're gonna get started, and I'll just talk about what I'm putting on my face while we talk about what's going on. So, buttons. So we're gonna go back to like the divorce, and I'm gonna go in with this cream blush. It says It's Not Me, It's My Sign by Space Case Cosmetics. It was a gift. I do believe my friend got this in an Ipsy, and I have hit pan, as you can see, but I always put it like right here, right there. We're gonna go back to June when here, let me fix my ears so the hair's out of my face. I wanted a divorce, so my husband at the time filed for divorce. And while he was slowly moving stuff out of the house, I said, all I want is the rental. So I started working at a bar called World of Beer. Well, it's also a restaurant, but it's exactly what it sounds like. There's a lot of beer there. And I loved that job. And then all of a sudden, like 2 months into working there, we caught wind of they were selling, possibly. I mean, it was just like they hinted at it, but nothing was set in stone. So you can kind of see where I put the blush right here. And then this is the Glitter and Glow by Profusion. It's just one of those all-in-one kits. So right now I've been reaching for this taupe color for like my quote-unquote contour, but tonight I'm going to go in with probably this pink instead because I have something up my sleeve, I think, if it's going to work out the way I want it to. But so we were like, okay, and nothing ever was like really talked about it. Oh yeah, that's going to work in my favor. And I'm going to go in with the Cherimoya, the pink one in the middle. That's going to be my highlight. So I already did like the strong pink right here, and I'm going to go over it with the one that has the little heart imprint. But I decided I didn't want to work there. And I put in my 2 weeks with the person who originally hired me on. Just a little bit of shimmer right there. And so I didn't burn any bridges. I just said, like, I'm not going to work on, like, in this restaurant. I'm not going to be part of this project. And then I got hired on at a golf course in that kitchen. An old friend reached out to me that I worked with a long time ago, and she said, we need a cook. And she's like, World of Beer closed, and we need a cook. We're short a cook. And I was like, sure, I'll jump on board there. Like, why not? I'll try it. I'm going to go in with this shimmery purple right here. And I'm going to use it as like a highlight kind of around that pink with the fluffy brush. Let's see if this turns out the way I want it to. Not really picking up, but we'll use this fluffy brush so I can be more precise. So after like 2 shifts of working there, yeah, that's what I wanted to go for, like this pink and purple number. Since the bow we were inspired by is pink and purple. So after 2 shifts, for reasons, I was like, this is not for me. And I also had my new partner move in with me to help with rent. And then he no longer worked at the bistro because I met him at World of Beer. And you've seen Panda on my lives in a couple of regular videos. And that brings us to today, basically. So I did apply at Disney. And he has a job coming up as well, and now I'm going in with this light purple at the top to kind of blend that pink and purple together, and just blending the crap out of it. So then we got hired on at this Taco Bell that they were building. It's currently being built. There we go. That's so pretty. I'm liking that. But they were just kind of like slow, and I'm going to bring it up to the temples for a little bit of purple highlight. And then like a little bit across the forehead. To give it that little, frame the face, look like a kitty, almost. A crazy Cheshire cat. And they were just taking forever. I went to my interview, after Panda went to his interview, and they wanted to hire me on as a team member instead of a kitchen or shift manager like I was originally supposed to do, because they said that I had no experience or not enough experience running a kitchen, where it's like, if you know what an expediter is at Expo on a kitchen line, you are the head of the kitchen, basically. Well, you're not like the head chef, but you are the one who sees all the plates go out and you make sure the food is run and it doesn't get cold. And so you just like run the food in a timely manner. Well, that's what I did, and that's basically like, it's being like running a kitchen without running a kitchen, like without having that title. And I was like, all right, if you don't think I have enough experience, that's fine. So I decided to bite the bullet and apply for Disney, but Disney makes you go through a lot to work there. Like, yes, I'm officially a cast member right now, but my onboarding was yesterday, And onboarding is just finishing your paperwork to make sure you actually are who you are, or you say you are. Like, they just confirm, like, this is your social security number, here's your driver's license, all that. And then they do a background check and fingerprints and take your photo for your ID. And then they go through, like, what do you want your name to say on your name tag and what your hometown is. And then I don't start until October 15th, which brings us caught up to today, basically. I don't start until October 15th, and you know, when you start a new job, you don't get paid for like 1 or 2 weeks because you're new. Disney does pay for training, but you don't know when you're getting your first check. So that's the problem right now, is I literally have no money and I have no rent, and rent is due. It's the beginning of the month, and my, you know, landlord's kind of on me, and I can't blame him, you know, like I did say I was going to take over the lease, but to no fault of my own. Things have happened with the job situation. But now that I'm on with Disney, I literally still have no money. So this is where it gets hard. And very, very, very hard. Right now, I'm being supported. Like, I have food, so I'm not worried about that. But I have started selling stuff on eBay. That's where all my nerdy stuff is going to go. Like my collector, like anything I got from Loot Crate will be on my eBay account. I'm partying with a lot of Funko Pops and some Star Wars stuff, and eventually some Disney stuff. Yes, me, who just applied for Disney, who loves Disney, is obsessed with Disney, I am parting ways with my Disney stuff. So we're going to go back to the Glitter and Glow palette beauty kit, and there was a highlighter I think I wanted. I'm just going to put like this light pink, a very light pink, on my nose with my finger, just to give a little highlight. So it's just a matte pastel pink, and just kind of bloop, and just blend it in, give it a little cat-like feature, just a stripe right down the nose. So like the opposite of a nose contour, we're doing pink. And so I started listing stuff on eBay, and I also started adding stuff to my Poshmark. I'm going to link both down below. I just need to make rent until I start getting paid at Disney. That is the biggest problem. So, and of course I always have my Ko-fi link down below. Any little bit helps. That goes directly to my PayPal, and it's for nothing else. It's just to make sure that I keep the roof over my head and be able to take care of my kitties. That is my biggest concern right now, is just keeping this house. So I'm not one to ask for handouts, or like, I'm not a beggar, you know. I'm fiercely independent usually. I try to figure things out on my own, but right now it's just like literally the waiting game, like that overlap of all the money from those 2 jobs I was able to work, and now like waiting for Disney to start. So it's really difficult. So, and I know times are hard for everybody. The pandemic, recovery, the economy sucks, all these things. We just had a major hurricane hit Florida. Ian did not help at all in September. I'll tell you that much. And plus I was very sick. And then Panda came down with something before I got sick. So like we were just like, for a couple of days, neither of us, like back to back, we weren't physically capable to go look for a temporary job. I also got another interview for a kitchen prep position for the same amount I was making at World of Beer as Expo, and when I showed up for my interview, I need a drink for that one, because that was just a waste of my time and gas. I show up at this restaurant, and then I wait for the manager to come out and interview me. And he's like, "Did you see our ad on Indeed?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's why I'm here. That's why we scheduled this, you know, interview." So I think I'm going to go in with this pink first, and then this pink to start on my eyelids. So he's just asking me about my experience, like typical interview stuff, where I came from, if I have any other experience. I tell him about, I have 24 years in the service industry, the restaurant industry. So there's a nice pastel pink. It's very similar to the blush I just used. And I'm just going to go in the first half of my eyelids with this pink. So he's giving me the usual, like, the spiel. What kind of pay do you want? Do you want full-time or part-time? And I'm just like, I would do full-time, but I will start part-time if necessary, just to get my foot in the door. And then he goes, "Well, we don't have any hours in the back of the house." It's like, first of all, why did you do this whole interview? Like the typical, like, experience, what do you want for your pay? When can you start? If you don't have any hours available. And then second of all, who posted the ad? The ad on Indeed was only 3 days old, and it was a day old when I applied and got an interview. So I applied on like Wednesday, a brand new listing for a job, and then Friday was my interview. I was like, what just happened? So he's like, well, if you can wait a month until snowbird season, because when people travel down to Florida, when it gets colder up there and it's still mild down here, we just like rely on snowbirds and tourists, basically, especially in Central Florida near Disney and stuff, and Universal. Well, if you can wait a month, and I was like, I don't have a month. So I didn't even tell them I was already working at Disney. I was just going to do that as a filler job. But I was like, I just wasted 25 minutes of my time and 15 minutes of gas driving here. Like, it's 3 or 4 miles down the road, but it was still like, you just wasted my time. This pink, and I'm going to use the same brush because the pinks are so similar. I was like, what just happened? So I was like, okay. So I called Panda from the car, and I was like, why would you post an ad on Indeed if you weren't hiring, essentially? Because there's nothing wrong with my experience. I wasn't asking to run the kitchen. It was just a prep position, which I've done prep before. So I know that was not a me problem. So we're just going to blend these two pinks like crazy and just make it one big pink blob. Because there's just a lot of pink and gradient purple in this bow / ears. And we're not going to go too extreme with the cat look. I might do some whiskers, I don't know. And I was like, what just happened? And Panda's like, I don't know why they would even have an ad if they had no hours. Like, literally, that's not your problem. I'm going to use this purple again, this shimmery right here, and this little round brush to just add some purple to the pink on the eyelid. So let me swatchy swatch time. But yeah, so I even did a GoFundMe, and like I said, I'm not asking for much. It's just like every little bit helps. I'm also willing to do like small art commissions if you have like a little tiny canvas that I could easily send with a postage stamp, or if you're local, like I'm willing to do some alterations for whatever you think is worth your time. I can make you little candy bracelets for your time and send them your way. I'm really stuck right now for probably the next 2 weeks, and the landlord is on me, and the last thing I want is to be evicted. So I would never reach for handouts, and if I could do something on my own, and this is literally just like surviving the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks or however long it takes for Disney to pay you. So I'm not gonna go without. Obviously, I do have a job lined up, but it's just to no fault of anybody's circumstances are just like making both of us play the waiting game, and it's just so hard. So there's Ko-fi, there's my eBay listings, which I will be growing all the eBay listings, and I'll continue to do those even after I get out of this like slump or whatever. And of course Poshmark, etc. Ko-fi and GoFundMe would be great, but if you also see something in one of the listings that you like, just ask me questions. I'll also do bundles and stuff like that. So that's where I'm at right now. I am very happy where I'm at. It's just like the whole money thing, money to live. So that's what we have so far. You can barely see the purple, but it's just like a little highlight of purple. So I'm going to keep adding purple and build it up kind of right down the middle. It's going to look so pretty and Cheshire because I love Alice in Wonderland. Who doesn't? I like all the different versions of Alice in Wonderland. There was a made-for-TV one in the 90s I'm like dying to see again. And I like the Tim Burton ones, and of course the classic Disney animated one. I want to say the one that was made for TV was also Disney, like maybe like the Saturday morning like or family night that they had on like ABC or something. I don't know. If you remember that one, let me know. I think her dress was yellow, and I want to say the actress's name was like Mia something. I'll leave it in the description or like the across the screen because it's probably wrong, but if you can spare anything and then like DM me your address on Instagram, I will send you a little piece of Pixi art so you have a little bit of sequin Pixi in your house or in your background for your YouTube video. I would be happy to do like a little piece of art or make you a bracelet like this. It's not going to be just like this. This is Panda's, but I can make pieces of jewelry. I can commission a pair of earrings. It's just right now I'm in limbo waiting for it and trying to keep my landlord like off my back because I literally explained the Disney thing to him. I just said, can I have 2 weeks? And he's texting me every day. Every day. There we go. We're gonna go in with the matte purple as my liner, and then we'll continue with black eyeliner, and this should be a quick look. But yeah, that's where I'm at. If you can give just like $1, like every little bit would count, because I have food, my cats are okay. It's just a matter of keeping a roof over my head and not getting like kicked out. But I'll get through it. I appreciate all of your support for this channel and anything that I do that you guys create, like, or support my creativity and my videos. Like every time you comment or join the lives, it helps a lot. We're all trying to get to that 1,000, and that's another challenge. I would love to monetize eventually. I'm gonna stay working at Disney even with all these side projects, and you know, like I want to get back into my modeling stuff. But it's just all going to take time. But if you do feel like contributing, I would appreciate it, and I will commission things for you to make it worth your while. A little surprise package. I'll throw in some stickers and some fun stuff. But yeah, it's just really stressful, and like I said, I'm not one to ask for handouts or help if I really like think I need it. It takes a lot for me and my pride to actually say, like, you know what, I do need to reach out. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking anybody who does ask for help. It's just, I'm stubborn. And I get yelled at for like all the time by my best friends and my family. Like, don't be afraid to ask for help. And that's like a lesson I have to learn at 37, is people love you. Reach out if you think you need it. So yeah, that's the story right now. I'll be okay. But see, purple and pink action. I love it. I'm happy with it. Let me know what you think about it so far. But yeah, I just felt like everybody deserved to know what was going on. I don't really go into personal stuff on YouTube, but I love the support everybody gives me when we go live. Like, we have a lot of fun together. I love doing videos and creating and making outfits and doing makeup looks and showing you hauls. So I love the feedback, and I love how much everybody like cares about me, and I care about you too. So if you ever need help from me, when I'm on my feet, I would be happy to repay it. And of course, I will always pay it forward. But it's just one of those times where I think we're done with this palette for now, but I love the payoff. And yes, this palette, your own, not the one that says mine in rainbow tape on it. You will get your own along with goodies once I reach 700. So also hashtag road to 700 for the Beauty Glazed Color Fusion palette. It's huge. The pans are awesome. The payoff is awesome. It's just beautiful. And it has the magnetic. So road to 700, that's another big thing, and road to monetization. I have this little pan of generic like loose glitter. We're gonna do some glitter stuff. And then we'll move to the eyeliner and mascara, because I'm literally just gonna dab my finger, use the oils on my skin, and put some glitter around my eyes. Don't do this at home. I don't recommend it, because you're not supposed to use fine glitter on your eyes, but I don't care, I'm a rebel. Just to give a little bit of shine, and then get glitter everywhere. But so yeah, links for all that stuff will be below. It's just a matter of playing catch up, and yeah, I'm so stressed about it. But you know, like, I did want to start over, so I definitely got my wish, didn't I? I mean, like, this is a completely clean slate. It's insane how clean this slate is, and it's what I wanted, so here we are. I knew it wouldn't be easy, but then I also didn't expect the restaurant to close and sell. Like, I would have been fined like Monica when she's sick on Friends. I'm fined. If the restaurant had closed, I would have been fined, because I was able to pay rent and such and pay my bills. But yeah, restaurant closed, didn't work out for me, lost another job just never happened, and the other job was like a lie on Indeed.com, so that was great. It was just like a waste of time. I was like, if I had have known this would have happened, I would have applied at Disney immediately after World of Beer closed. But then, of course, you know, I also had to make that sacrifice with my rainbow hair. Like, what's more important? Working at a place I actually love, but having to have a normal look, or struggling to find a job where they'd allow rainbow hair and not work as something stable that is Disney, because Disney has great benefits. You can move up in the world And also my car did something weird on the way to my first onboarding at Disney, so it kind of jolted, so I have to get a tune-up, and I obviously don't have money for a tune-up for my car, so that's part of the GoFundMe as well, is making sure I can safely get to Disney. Disney's between 25 and 40 minutes away from me given traffic. So black eyeliner, this is just generic, it's by Clean Color. I think I got it from Good Goth, but you can find Clean Color anywhere. It's just your basic kohl black pencil. So I'm just going to kind of go in the corner of my eye with the black, darken it up because, you know, it's Wonderland and it's a little twisted. So you got to have some like dark elements in there. Just kind of lining my waterline, pretending like I know what I'm doing just to darken it up. Little freckles. Instead of full-on whiskers, we're going to do that because it's just going to be cute for that. Just make sure your pencil is sharp, so that way you get like the effect you want. Let's do some on the bridge of my nose. Still kitty-like without doing the whole whisker thing. And then we're going to go in with mascara. Everybody knows what Great Lash is. It is super classic. It's a great freaking mascara. I love this stuff. If you don't know what mascara to buy, Maybelline Great Lash is just a standard black, powerful, like, I don't think it's waterproof. I think it's just... And it's in very black. So it's not just black, it's very black. But I can't wait to start working at Disney. I am excited for the experience. I will be working at the Polynesian Resort, which is a gorgeous resort on the monorail. My dad worked at Disney, my mom worked at Disney, my older sister Corey worked at Disney, and everybody like I've talked to is like, why did it take you so long, Pixi, to apply for Disney? And I was like, just the rainbow hair, literally. Like, that was my biggest problem. It was like, rainbow hair is like my trademark, and Disney won't let you have rainbow hair. You can have a tattoo now, depending, but you can't have your rainbow hair, and I can't wear my piercings. But I can take my piercings out before work, and they won't close up for like hours on end. I've left out these lip rings for like a year almost, and was able to put them back in. So I don't mind taking out my piercings either. And I don't really mind the black hair. It actually looks really good on my like pale complexion, I've been told. It makes my eyes pop, I've been told. I'm happy with it. It'll also give my hair time to heal. I used the Ebony by Punky Color, and it has great staying power. I mean, you can see the roots coming in, but I don't mind the black at all. Let me know what you think. If you miss the rainbow hair a lot, I'm sorry. Someday it'll be back. I probably won't be at Disney forever, but I also want the experience to say I worked at Disney. But yeah, I like the black hair. So the guy who took my photo was really funny because he could tell I was nervous just to have like my ID. It was like excitement and nerves, like something new. Never worked for this company before. Going there by yourself for onboarding and not knowing like where you're going. I just saw this one guy like walk into the door and he looked like he knew where he was going, so I just kind of followed him. I was like, are you doing onboarding? I'm just following this guy. And he was just like probably weirded out, or I scared him or something, like, are you onboarding too? I'm gonna follow you. And he was just like, huh. But the guy who took my photo could tell I was probably nervous. My hair was up, and of course all my piercings were out, and I'm wearing like business casual, like a long sleeve black shirt. And he was like, just relax, smile, or don't smile. And then so I smiled for my ID picture, and he's like, well, that's a good cast member if I've ever seen one, and that's a happy cast member. So it kind of made me feel better. And then I got through my paperwork. I was in and out like probably 35 minutes, and then I drove home, and that's when my car did weird things. So yeah, taking the car in Monday, and I'm gonna at least get the diagnostics run, and then maybe I can fix it myself. So here's the final look. I think it's cute with like the purple and pink highlighter, and then with the pink and purple and the little freckles for the whiskers. So I was going to put on this purple lipstick, but I don't feel like it anymore. So just imagine I'm wearing this on my lips. Color, it's called Madly Matte. Again, I will try to link Clean Color down below. It's just a liquid lipstick that dries down nicely. I'll at least swatch it for you. Beautiful, beautiful color. I know Clean Color, again, is cruelty-free as well. And with the ears, I think this was a good, quick, cute little quirky Halloween-esque Cheshire-inspired look. So let me know what you think about the look. And thank you again for at least taking the time to listen about what's been going on. I know we talked a little bit about it in the lives recently with Panda, but I haven't gone into full detail about what exactly was happening every time. So yeah, so it's been hard. Nothing in this life is easy. Adulting sucks. You're gonna love it. If you are young and you're kind of lost, just dive in head first, because once you hit the bottom, you can only go up. So hopefully this inspired you either by the look or, yeah. And anyways, if you do have anything to contribute, I really appreciate every single one of you. This is not asking for like much at all. Every little bit counts. And of course, like I said, I will pay it forward and send you goodies. If you want something, let me know. And I really appreciate you at least just listening and letting me vent about how hard it's been. I've had many nights crying and frustrated and like asking myself if I made the right decision, and I absolutely did. I just probably just bit off more than I could chew, because life just throws you curveballs and you just like have to learn how to accept them. But I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you. Let me know what you think about the final look in the description or the comments down below. I will answer all the comments. I'm trying to catch up on your videos. I love all of your content. If you're wearing whatever makes you happy, you're on the right track, because if it makes you smile when you look in the mirror, you're doing good. And if anybody else is losing sleep over what you are looking like or what you're wearing, then that's their problem, not yours, and don't let it affect you. Don't lose any sleep over it. Keep being yourself. That's the whole point of this channel. And me and Panda will see you in the next one. I love you. Bye. Awkward Pixie out. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye.